In this presentation, we're going to learn as what has been referred to as the legend of the city of Kocha. The title is Fearing a Revolution Against a Dishonest Priesthood. The book we are reviewing is He Walked the Americas by L. Taylor Hansen. It was compiled in the mid-20th century by the Hansens, a married couple not affiliated with any church. Of course, the uniform theme has the Christian God being a part of these cultures for centuries before European invaders arrived. But furthermore, a sub-theme has emerged of many cultures exhibiting a disdain for their Messiah when he does pay them a visit, and as in the other stories, they seek to murder him. The legend of the city of Kocha. By now the healer was very famous, but it seemed his visits ended with the unhappy one to Kocha. Here, the sacrificing priesthood had a strong seat of power. On his first visit, they did not oppose him, knowing that his ship was waiting for him. But the building of a temple and a promise to dedicate it became a gnawing worry because of his hold upon the people. The priesthood feared a revolution. And so when news came by obsidian mirrors that the pale god was returning, the priesthood decided to kill him. They had heard about the disaster at Capiclos, but they chose to disbelieve it, and so changed the story that the army was willing to surround him and exterminate this demon. Therefore careful were the plans they laid out, and with great care was the strategy followed. It brings us to a point where we can compare this with the New Testament. A similar theme, of course, was release unto us Barabbas. And Matthew 27, verse 23, and the governor said, Why? What evil hath he done? But they cried out the more, saying, Let him be crucified. And when Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person, see ye to it. Then released he Barabbas unto them, and when he had scourged Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified. So first in this city, the priesthood lectured the people. This could not be Viracocha, a hero of the most ancient legends. This man was an impostor. He was a demon who had ensnared their reason. He was a devil who wished to turn them from the worship of their ancestral idols. Too long, bloodless had been the temples. If the people would not feed them, their ancestral idols would fade away to nothing, and with them the greatness of the people. This man must die. The army, listening, agreed that this creature was an impostor with no greater power than any other. Very well, they would kill him and rid the land of his evil power. And as the prophet approached the city, the army drew its lines before the people and pushed them back from the highway. From a distance, the prophet saw this, and the forward march of the black-robed priesthood. He stopped and climbed upon a small mound and raised his arm high in greeting. Suddenly the army gave its answer. With a mighty yell of battle, they brandished their spears and started for him, while behind them the sacrificers, picking up rocks and hurling them at him, called loudly in tones of derision, You pretend to have power, then display it. Save yourself if you are able. For a moment the prophet hesitated, seeing some of the people weeping, and he knelt upon a small mound and cried aloud, so that all could hear him, O my Father, who art in heaven, if it be thy will now to take me, and this be the manner, I am ready. Suddenly the clear air was split with lightning. From out of nowhere came the fire flame, making a ring about the prophet. It whirled about in magnificent color. The army and the priesthood began to panic, turning about to run backward. A second curtain formed behind them, separating them from the people. Here they were trapped in a sheet of horror which dissolved them into fine blown ashes before the shocked eyes of the watchers. The curtains died down, and a terrible quiet left every man without the will of movement. Now the people fell down on their faces, seeing the white robe of the healer was not even singed by the blue, hot fire flame. Then a deep voice came, and the thunder rumbling down from the heavens, speaking the words of a foreign language, which somehow were simultaneously translated for the people, so that they clearly understood the meaning. Go, my son, upon thy journey, for thy work in this land is ended. Then the prophet turned and walked away sadly toward the bay where his ship had been watching. Now the people, ashamed and grieving, followed him at a distance as he walked on toward the ocean. Through the afternoon and into the evening, he passed through the province of Canis, not stopping until he reached the seashore. There in the moonlight, holding his robe close about him, he began treading the trail of moonbeams over the quiet shine of the water to where his great ship was riding. Now the people fell down weeping, saying, "It was Viracocha, returning to us from the land of the shadows, and we, his people, did not know him." Today, if you should go to Peru and visit the city of Cocha, find an old man who knows the legends, and ask him to take you to the place of the lightnings. There, circled about a small mound, you will see the strange rocks near an old road, which the people say were formed on a clear day when an early sun was shining. So light are these rocks that a table-sized boulder can be balanced on the back of one hand. So hot was the fire that formed them. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Please leave a comment if you have insight. Thank you for watching.